Epicor is the essential partner to the world's most essential businesses, offering ERP solutions built for growth and operational success. Explore the industry productivity solutions we curate for the automotive, building supply, distribution, manufacturing, and retail industries by visiting epicor.com/essential. That's EPICOR.com/essential.
What I was doing was, did you fix me? Yes. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. It wasn't a call to action button on there so you can view your courses. What I was doing was basically fixing the packages. We left one out, making stuff easy on the back office. So let's just start there for our meeting. This is your first time joining us. This is a daily meeting in which we really show you how we run this business. The first thing I tell all of y'all is make stuff easier for your back office. How about that? That wasn't part of my meeting, but I'll bring it up right now because every time you have success, it is hell on your back office. Every single time you win, it creates chaos for the back office. So let's first define what a back office is. Your back office is all your administration stuff, the stuff that no one is going to celebrate, the things that people are not going to see. It's how you're keeping up with your clients or just whatever. However your company runs, it's the stuff that makes it run. I want you to think of a cruise ship. The cruise ship, you see the fancy paint, you see all the fancy levels, you see the fancy lights, you see the wine and the beer freely floating around. You even get to see the captain. The captain comes down and, shakes your hand, kisses babies. What you don't see is the people in the room, the engine room, putting coal in the engine. You don't see that. That's the cruise ship. Whoever's keeping that engine going, that's your back office. Whatever keeps Steve's company going, that's the back office. And I'm telling all of you, you need to be prepared. And when Law releases his book, it is going to create hell on his back office. It just is. You're going to have new things to deal with, new fires to put out. An entrepreneur is just a firefighter. You just really walk into fire to fire, putting stuff out. Really? Really? Yeah, that's basically what you're doing. So good stuff there. All right. But thing number one I want to cover, one of the hardest things. We want to give out, well, Grace, how many 99% discounts? That would be the $19 thing. That's 99% discount at $19. How many of those discounts would you want to give out in the next 60 days? Reggie and Deanna, y'all could be thinking of the answer too. I'm coming to you. Or you can answer right now. You too, Satish. Whatever number it is, you got to own it. You can't think that long on one number. You got to own it. Help out, Deanna.
I'm going to say,
okay.
Oh, no, go ahead.
No, I was asking, do you mean personally or?
Okay, that's fair enough. So I'm going to restate the question. And this time I want y'all to be decisive. So I can't say you wasn't being decisive because there's some ambiguity in the question. As a company, how many $19.99, which is 99% discounts, do we want to give out?
The number of 1,000 comes to mind for me.
Are you emotionally tied to that number? If you're not emotionally tied to it, I don't want it. I want the number you're emotionally tied to.
200. That's what I'm emotionally tied to.
Emotionally tied to 200. Mm-hmm. No problem. I'm already doing something on the teaching level, y'all. I've already did like 3 different things, but I'll explain to it when it's done. Satish, what's your number? Company-wide. $19.99. 99% discount.
So that's including India and US, both the regions?
Company-wide. Yep.
Okay. 250.
250. All right. Deanna, decisive. Find what you're emotional about and be decisive. You got 100% of the information. Napoleon Hill says, actually, with Napoleon Hill, Andrew Carnegie told Napoleon Hill that a man that cannot decide something after 100% of the information in 60 seconds does not deserve prosperity.
What I need quick math, 175 plus 175?
350.
350.
There we go.
All right, 350. Outstanding. So we got 250, 200, 350. Yes?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
250, 300, no.
200, 250.
200 and 350.
And 250. Yeah, 200, 250, 350.
And the highest number was 350.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go with this 3 times. Let's multiply 350 times 4. What is that, Grace? Is that 1,300?
1,400.
1,400. Okay, I left out. I forgot to round up one more. 1,400. That's it right there. 1,400 next 60 days. Now I just did a whole bunch of stuff. Let me break down what I did. Immediately, I kept. How many times you heard me say the word decisive?
Several times.
Yes. Yes. You have to be. When you decide, you must be. Well, let me tell you the difference between poor people and rich people. Now, did y'all hear me say middle class?
No.
Because middle class is a lie. It doesn't exist. It's something that historians tried to make when people like Christopher Columbus was having the same amount of money as kings. It was first called bourgeois, right? It's when, and that's when advertisement first came out, when the middle class had expendable income. But the middle class does not exist. You're either rich or you're poor. The middle class is the illusion of being rich. You're just a high-paid poor person. Do you understand? That's harsh. I know it's harsh. But it's either tell you the harsh truth or let the media keep lullabying you to being a slave. It's up to you. So let me tell you the difference between the rich and the poor. Poor people are very slow to make decisions and super quick to quit on them. Rich people are the exact opposite. Very quick to make decisions, super slow to quit on them. Somebody should have wrote that down. It's the fundamental difference between rich people and poor people. Poor people are extremely slow to make decisions. This is why opportunity is not kind to the procrastinator. That's not my quote. That's actually a part of Richest Man in Babylon. Opportunity is not kind to the procrastinator. Poor people slowly make decisions and quit on them quickly. Rich people quickly make decisions and are very slow to quit on them. So when I give you 100% of the information, once Grace had me clear it up, your answer should have been like that. Got me? That's just what it is. Like, I'm not getting on you. That's just what it is. That's just how you. Satish said, hey, I could do this for you, your company, such and such, such and such. And it's like, how much? Well, it's going to be, a couple of $1 million over time. All right, cool, I'm in. Is that not what happened, Satish?
Yes, sir.
I decided before he was finished writing on the board. We still got it on film. I haven't released the film yet. Before he was finished writing on the board, I decided. and I've been extremely slow to quit that decision. Got me? So I'm going to ask you another question in a little bit, and I want a quick answer. Once you have 100% of the information, it is no issue to give a quick answer. Right? The key is you need almost as much information as possible. Now, that's one of the things I push, ladies and gentlemen, decisiveness. Right? I have a different mindset. Then Deanna gave out a number. And I said, are you emotional about that? Her awareness being so high, she was like, no, I'm glad. Thank you for your awareness and your transparency. I don't want the number that y'all not emotional about. Why? Because thoughts plus emotions equals creation. If it's just some arbitrary number out there, you're not going to have any emotion to it, so we're not going to be able to create that. That's the second lesson. That one question had these two lessons in there. The third lesson that you should have picked up on is I multiplied the highest number by 4. None of them said 1,400. They said 200, 150, and 350. The number is now 1,400. Why? Because you know what we do, Steve? We consistently undervalue what we can do on planet Earth. That's exactly what we do. That's exactly what we do. So each of them gave me the number, and in fairness, I coasted them into that setup. I said, give me the number you're emotional about. All right? I coasted them to their comfort level. They stretch themselves comfort. All of you should be setting goals like that. If this was a class, I would pause and say, somebody tell me what you learned. But hopefully you're learning something. Of course, you can interrupt and ask a question about your business at any time, but you should be learning that immediately. Now, there's a bonus. Would you like the best thing I said in that question? There was something I said that was better than anything else. I said, and I quote, how many of our 99% discounts, who remembers what the phrase I said after that? We're going to give away.
Yeah.
Think about that. I'm showing you how I think about it. It is a sale, but it's 99% discounted. So that's not a sale to me, Steve. I'm doing you a favor. I feel that I am giving away this top-end, this high-end product for $19.99 a month. That's a giveaway. You understand? How many of you would dominate in the sales of your company if you thought to yourself that you're literally giving away your product? You just happen to be giving it away for full price. All right, let's try to rewind real quick because now I feel like Satish, tell me something. Give me some feedback. Is this landing somewhere? Tell me what's going on in your head.
So the first point when you said 99% discount and $19 course and giving it away, I was thinking we are giving the course for $19, right? So, and then second time when you said giving it away, I was thinking, okay, is this giving it away free without charging anything? So, a little bit of confusion in my head, and I'm just looking at you, Diana, and Grace to understand whether my understanding is correct or.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I'm saying that this is there's people on this call right now, that for the same product pay $20,000. I won't say who they are, but they're on this call right now. Grace sold a few of them. Am I lying, Grace?
Nope.
That same product It's now $19.99. Hell, I'm doing you a favor.
Giving it away.
You get it?
Got it. Understood.
I'm giving it away. Now I want y'all to think about this, because it's literally $20,000 in value. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. There's two things happening here that's under the scenes. Under the scene thing number one, the value is actually that. Period. So I have confidence in the value. My shoulders are different. When it's time to mention price, I don't get scared, because I know that my value makes this price look super small. I'm teaching somebody right now. How many of you, when it's time to get to your sales price or whatever it costs, that timidity comes up, that fear comes up? Your customer can hear that. They can feel that. Grace has a story. Grace used to be in, well, let me do the second part. Okay, let's put a pin in that. Let me do the second point. The second thing is I'm giving it away. I'm just happy to give it away for your 16-digit credit card number from left to right, 4 days at a time. That in itself would make you fearless to start building your company. So my question and the way I phrase things actually taught you how my brain works as well. The difference between my brain and my old brain. Because I can't compete with anybody. In science, you have something called a constant. If you don't know what that means, let's just take, you do a science experiment and you have these variables, and these variables are what you're trying to see where the truth lies. All right. The truth lies in variable 1, 2, 3, 4. You do with maybe some called a scientific method. It has another name, but we'll keep it simple. You say, well, can a fish float, or can a rock float like a fish? And you go out there and you do the thing. But now you need a constant. You need something in the science experiment that is consistently consistent. It's always the same. Because without that constant, you don't know what the facts are. I'm telling you that Antonio T. Smith Jr. is the constant in Antonio T. Smith Jr.'s life. No matter how much Steve tried to put himself in my shoes, he could never be me. Not ability. He didn't have my parents. He didn't live on my street. He wasn't born at the same date and time, the same hospital. He didn't go in the same trash can. You understand? This is why we're not better than anybody, because if I grew up with Steve, I would do every decision that Steve made. So there's no competition. It can't be no competition, because the only constant in your life is you. It's the only thing that you can say is consistent. You've been consistently you for your whole life. Therefore, looking outside of you for an answer is grossly irresponsible. Because the things outside of you, you can't verify if you would have did that, because that's not you. The constant here, team, is I know that all of you consistently undervalued yourself. Because consistently being me, I undervalue myself every day of the week. And I've got some pretty steep accomplishments and still undervalue myself. Now, Grace, you tell a story about network marketing, about how as soon as you hated it. You did all the right stuff, but never, she did all the presentations, all the right stuff, but never added to your success team. And you tell a story because you were saying, please, your vibration was saying, please don't, please just tell me no. Please, can you tell us that story?
Yeah. Like Antonio was saying, I did all the presentations. I knew the presentations backwards and forwards. I could tell you what the services were, what the products were, what they could do, how could they could benefit you, and the price. Wasn't scared about the price either. But as soon as you said yes, I immediately got scared, because after you said yes and you wanted to get started and you wanted to make money with us, I don't know what to do with you. I did not know what to do. So it like he was saying, in my mind, I was like, please say no. Please say no. Because I don't know what to do with you. After you say yes, I sign you up.
That's crazy, right? But we do that. We absolutely do that. And I love when she tells that story. And Grace, as you build your success team, you keep telling that story. That story is super relatable. And it actually makes you very relatable, too. It's very relatable. Very relatable. So what did Grace get? A bunch of, no, it's okay. Or they would sign up. I never asked you this before, Grace. But you know what I would have did? I would have signed up. I just would have signed up, not with Grace. How many people did that to you?
I remember at least one person that did that to me.
I would have did that. You know why I would have did that? Because, Steve, I would have said, she's not the leader I'm looking for.
Right.
That's exactly what I would have said. I wouldn't have meant that disrespectfully. I just would have said, you're such a great person. You're just not great enough to lead me to where I want to go. You're a great person, not a great leader. How many of y'all said something like that about somebody? I'm just a great person. I'm just a bad boss. How many of y'all said that? We say that all the time in the Army. Fantastic person, terrible soldier. Terrible. Terrible soldier. We say that all the time. All right, Deanna, new goal, 1,400. 1,400. That means you're going to have to help out with calls and funnels. Got it? 1,400. 1,400. Satish, 1,400. I said on my way to work. I understand, La. I completely understand. I do. 1,400. That's the first thing we're tackling. We want to tackle. What we want to do is we want to. Let me tell you why I want to do this here. It's not the sales transactions that's motivating me. I want to sift through the crowd. I want to see who's hungry. What I want to do is I want to identify 1,400 people that are ready to change the quality of their lives. That's what I want to do. Now, I just said, as far as I'm concerned, it's the best thing I've said on this call so far. It's not the $19 transactions. It's not the giving away. It's not the recruitment. It's not the work. It's not the goal. All those are byproducts of what I'm trying to do. Sure, Satish will get more confidence. Deanna, you'll get more confidence. Sure, all that's going to happen. But that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking in the next 60 days to do a full-out lunch with 1,400 people that are ready to change the quality of their lives. There's something that we all know. As a matter of fact, I've never told you anything that you don't already know. I can't. It's impossible. You just forgot it. But I can't tell you something that you don't already know. Or you don't already have, because I'm just simply vibrating at your frequency. I can't tell you anything that you don't already know. I will tell you this. You cannot stop a man or woman that has made a decision to change the quality of their lives. It's impossible. It is impossible. When a man or a woman, especially a woman, has decided that I am going to change the quality of my life, it is impossible to stop that person. I'm not even sure if you can make that person have a bad day at that point. Michelle G says facts. And I want to find 1,400 people that are willing to change the quality of their lives. So this is what I want all of you to write down, write down in your memory or whatever, including Phil and Susan. Anyone that's going to do anything or benefit from Ricasa at any point. The goal is not to test you. I'm giving it to you right now. The goal is not to make money. When you get tired, bored, or distracted, I want you to remember, we want to find 1,400 Kiaras that are willing to change the quality of their lives, period, point blank. I can guarantee you, from what I've seen from Kiara, she would not recognize the rest of her life come next year. It would be completely different. She has what it takes. You give me 2 You give me a law and a grace. You give me one law, one grace. I will get 1,400 other people. You understand what I'm saying? The goal, the thing you should have been writing down is this is about finding 1,400 people to change the quality of their lives. Now that's company-wide. You get to make this number different for you as a person. That's up to you. Maybe it's 9 people for you. Maybe it's 900. That's up to you. But 1,400 people. I believe Les Brown says, what is that? You say it all the time, Satish. Only quality people. Right? Only quality people. Change the quality of their lives. That's what we're looking for. I want to sift between the people. This is what I want to do. It's too many people right now. This is, maybe you'll catch this, but this is important for all of you to catch. There's 26 million people that lost their jobs in America alone. That's too many people now. And this, I've been benevolent about the whole thing. This isn't benevolency now. This isn't benevolency. That's not what I'm doing here. At this point, while I feel bad for those 26 million people, that's not what I'm doing here. That's too many people. I need the people that rise to the top. I would never build my business around 26 million people that have lost their job. That doesn't make any sense. Let me tell you why that doesn't make any sense from an economic perspective. You're not going to like this. If you have a middle-class mindset, you will not like what I'm going to say. If your middle-class mindset is changing, you may like what I'm going to say. But it's economics. Economics. You cannot have 100% unemployment and have a competitive economy or business. You can't. Not in a capitalistic society. You can't. Everyone can't have a job. Imagine, if you will, Kiara hires me, and the whole country got jobs. And I ain't doing nothing, because I ain't come here to work, Kiara. Shoot. I ain't come here to work. What's she going to do, fire me? She can't. Everybody got a job. You know, cut my hours? You can't. Everybody got a job. Everybody getting paid. When you have 100% employment, you have no competition. There's no spirit of let's give you another analogy, the one that's going to make more sense. Even if you have a middle-class mindset, this is going to make you feel good. If LaVon knew she was going to live to be 10,000 years old, LaVon, just like me and all of you, let me just speak for myself. I wouldn't change my life until 9,999 years. You understand? I would do a damn thing, Steve. I would do nothing. I would do nothing. I'm 38. I got a whole bunch of years left. I'll get it right when I feel like it.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because in my head, I know you right, because I would do the same thing. Why do
All
we
of
do
us
that?
would. That's why I can't answer why we would do that. I can answer what fixed it. Death. Death fixed that for us. The reason why you all are listening to me is because you know you're going to die one day. I can't tell you why we do it. I can just tell you every single person that logs into this meeting in the morning or in the evening, because we got India and the UK and even Africa, all these people, you all know I'm going to die and there's something I want. I want to go find those people. You hear me, Chris? I want to go find those people. No doubt. Phil said 5% are unemployable. I want to go find those people. I don't want to do anything without the people that want to change the quality of their lives. Every time y'all launch to a new phase in life, find people that want to change the quality of their lives, period. If you just find people, you're going to have to replace them, and it's going to cost you too much to do so. So do we have a full understanding of why? Hey, Reggie said he'd do my rematch before I die. He holding on that win, boy. It was your birthday. You had the angels on your side.
He did that day.
Yeah, that is birthday. His anniversary. Yeah, it's his 1 year sobriety. Yeah.
I was just trying to help you out. I just wanted to help you out. That's all. Yeah. Keep that on your your competitive nature on your mind. Yeah.
I understand.
I played it better that day. Yeah.
You did. You whooped everybody. Come up, get down.
Everybody.
I won't say it no more. This is my last time saying it. I won't say it no more.
You lied. Because I remind you every chance I get.
I know.
Good stuff. So we have a full understanding. This is 1,400 people who want to change the quality of their lives. How do you find that out? Those who are going to spend $19.99 to invest in their lives.
Antonio?
Go ahead, Phil.
One of the qualifying questions that we would train in direct selling is we'd ask people, have you ever thought of owning your own business? And if they answer no, we just end the conversation right there, because if they've never thought of owning their own business, the last thing we want to do is try to talk them into it.
Yeah, that's absolutely fair. That's absolutely fair. We definitely want to be doing that for sure. We don't want to get nobody nothing that they don't want. That's for sure. And it's the wrong seat on the right bus. They shouldn't even be on the right. They shouldn't even be on the bus. They're the wrong seat on the wrong bus. Moving forward, so right now, what you're going to have is a bunch of people looking for security. That's what's going to happen, right? Again, I've been very benevolent about this, but this is not the time right now. This is not that conversation. We need to sift from the people who want security to the people who want freedom. Those are two different mindsets. I can assure you, Kiara is thinking freedom. She's not thinking security. You know what I'm saying? Those 1,400 people. So when you go out there and when we go get this 1,400 in the next 60 days or so, it has nothing to do with money. We're looking for people to go attack prosperity with. Listen to my words wisely. I didn't say we fighting poverty, energy in the wrong direction. We're fighting for prosperity. We're not against nothing, but we are most certainly for freedom. And there is a big difference between a person that wants security and a person that wants freedom. There's a big, big difference. And I want to find the freedom fighters out there. The wonderful thing that I could tell all of you is I've been teaching you for years, find your congregation. You ain't really got to do that right now. Hell, everybody's a congregation at this point. The whole world is on standstill. All you got to do is throw your bait out there at this point. You understand? I mean, they're all sitting out there. They're all sitting there. That's very important. So I just want y'all, I'm stressing that. Why? Because now that I done told you to do it, Grace, the exact opposite is going to show up. I'm trying to help somebody. I need y'all to get this. I need you to receive this, Satish. You're going to make you a fantastic plan. And the opposite of that plan is going to show up. It has to. And all I want you to do is say, I'm only looking for 1,400 people to change the quality of their lives. That's what we're looking for. We cannot fail with 1,400 people that are willing to change the quality of their lives. Those people will die before they go back to what it was. It reminds me of something Tempest said every time an opposite. There is a sacred text, kind of the beginning of this sacred text. These group of people, they're slaves. They're slaves to Egypt. And Egypt has these Hebrews, this nation, making bricks with no straw. That don't even make sense. They took out the hardening agent and said, now you make bricks the hard way. And for 400 years they cry. I want y'all to hear something. I want you to hear this very, 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 very well. If you take enough losses, I don't care what you pray in, that will change you. If you take enough losses for a long period of time, that will change you. And some of you have taken losses for a long time, and you have changed, even if you don't know it. Let me tell you how these people changed. They got freed so much to where the Egyptians actually gave them gold to get out of here. Get out of here. Take our gold with you. With gold in their pocket. And miracles happening. They get mad at their leader because he wasn't moving fast enough. Help me, somebody. They even chant together. We should have died in slavery instead of dying out here free. At least we have food from our oppressor. Those people I want to avoid. Okay? I don't want those people. The people who are free and then say I had it better when I was being oppressed, those are not the people we're looking for. It's no different than what Phil said, you're looking for a business. No, we're good. If you want to go back, if you hear anybody say, I wish things were normal, that's not the person you're looking for. What normal? Because even for, you can take anybody, but let's just do stereotypes for a second. Let's just do the stereotype privileged person that had everything in their mindset. They were still oppressed. Because the banking systems were still robbing them. Still debt slavery. Still had to trade time for money. Yesterday, I read an article. Virgin Mobile CEO says that he needs a government loan to stay in business. Just look it up yourself. Virgin CEO, you know what? We'll do it together. Virgin CEO needs government loan to stay in business. Right now. CNBC, billionaire Richard Branson says he needs a government loan to keep Virgin Atlantic afloat and uses private island as collateral. Now, I read the whole article. You ain't got to read the whole article. billionaires. You understand? See, islands don't produce income. Can you feel me? An island is not an income producing activity. It's not an income producing asset. If you got a goal to buy an island, go ahead. When the next economic correction happens, you're going to be there. We're looking for people like, okay, let me hook this up. Excuse me. I would say that Mr. Billionaire, Richard Branson, using stereotypes, not opinion, just using what stereotypes are, unfair, is your perfect prototype privileged person. And he want to go back to normal. I'm not looking for him. I'm not looking for him so much on a recorded line, I'm telling you. I'm not looking for him. Anybody trying to go back to normal, I'm not looking for. You understand? Because normal oppressed all of us, but the Rothschilds. Do you understand what I'm saying? Highly important. Temper said, help us. Private message. I made a post on this. Asked them to end. Okay. I asked them either to. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Next thing on my agenda. Wait. Before we get to that. Satish, did you receive that since you're the furthest away?
Yes, sir. 100%.
Right. Good. So if you got it far away, India, I'ma assume, even though the technology puts us all in the same living room, I'ma assume that if my energy can go all the way to the east side of the world, it went everywhere in between. I'm just gonna make that assumption. Okay. I know I'm probably wrong assuming. Okay, well, go get your money. Go get your money. Somebody sent me a private message. Now, one more thing on the agenda for today. Two more things, sorry. I've honed down a couple of days ago, or I don't know, at this point, all the days running together. I had y'all say all the financial things y'all wanted to talk about, but we wordsmithed them. And we came up with 14 different financial classes. And of course, those classes are going to have, one of those classes have almost 15 things inside of it. One of those things. So that's a good thing. You guys did a good job. I want you to take note of something. If you wasn't there, or if you were of that meeting, or you can go back in the recordings and check. I had my audience tell me what their audience is crying about in a respectable way, right? Crying out about, I should say, and what you're crying out about. And I'm building a product not on my volition, not about what I'm excited about, Satish. That don't make any sense. I'm building a product about what Kiara is excited about, because one of her topics made it. Actually, every topic made it. We just wordsmithed it. You know what I'm saying? From India to America, they all made it. There's 14 of them. And one of them, I just had to call it Billionaire Rules. And it's got like 20 things.
Epicor is the essential partner to the world's most essential businesses, offering ERP solutions built for growth and operational success. Explore the industry productivity solutions we curate for the automotive, building supply, distribution, manufacturing, and retail industries by visiting epicor.com/essential. That's EPICOR.com/essential.
In it. So expect that to come out here soon. That also being said, I'm going to share a link with you all. Well, let me ask. Let me poll my audience. I have the recession stuff 70% ready. There is about maybe 50 more hours that need to be uploaded, but I got to put some marketing on it first. Okay, I'll put some marketing on it first, or maybe I think I will. But it's enough to release now. It is who has the ability, who is not staff and has the ability to share your screen. Who knows how to share your screen on Zoom? Probably, yeah, never mind. All right, we don't let you boomers and millennials mess it up. Let me see. All right, let's do this here. I'm going to show you a link real quick, and I want your opinion. The question I want to ask is, should I release this now, or should I wait till next week sometime? We're about to find out. I'm going to let you all decide. The reason I'm doing this is because I fear that my decision I've made fits my personality and my thinking. And typically when that happens, I know I'm wrong. But I haven't told you the decision I made yet on purpose. So here we go. I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to show you what's all available right now. So this is the link, How to Dominate the Recession. Inside of here, you learn how to retire in 180 days, conquer the crisis summit, right? Those things, they're both there. Replacing your expenses, monetizing your podcast, business system mastery. Let me view all courses. Laws of Money 1 and 2, Conference 100K, Laws of Wealth 1 and 2. And that's what's available right now. And each of these have, I'll just give you an idea. This is, I don't know if you can open up. So Business System Mastery has all these courses in it. How do I help my 65-year-old dad extend his retirement money? What are things I can do to double or increase my income being in the corporate world? How do I get my lifestyle back once business is up and going? Understanding your real customer and shifting, you can read it yourself. So you see it. This one thing has 13 courses in it and stuff like that. So it's lengthy, y'all. It is truly over $100,000 of classes. And this has the price tag of $0. I should absolutely charge for it. I should. It would even make sense for me to charge $1 for it. But I'm not. It is absolutely 100% free. And there are 2 more modules going up with a bunch of classes in it, like 13 or 15 apiece, probably 20. From how to multiply my money to, let me read it for you real quick. Actually, we won't read it. I'll share it with you. I'll let you see what's next. Here, can you see my Finder folder? Can you see this? Let me nod your head. Yes, you can see it? All right, outstanding. All right, hold on real quick. Let me send a text message. All right. So you can see this here. This is a video of Satish pitching me on, I'll show it in a little bit. I'll pull it up and show it. All right, you can still see my Finder photo, but you can't see the video, right, Grace? Just the Finder photo? All right.
Right, I just
now,
see the folder.
That's good. So here's what's next. How to dominate recession, and it's all these things. What you saw, well, anyway, here's what you haven't seen. How to multiply my money, and it has all these things. This is massive hours. This is way too much. And then it has this. 10 videos here. 8 videos. So that is, all these are left to upload and stuff. So you're looking at about another 50 hours. Another 50 hours of stuff. My question to the audience is, should I release it today? Give y'all the link, let you enroll into it, go out there and share it with as many people you love? Or should I wait until it's completely done? Go ahead. This is your time to talk now. Give it to me in chat. Give me some opinions. Let me hear it. I'm listening.
Share it now.
Okay. Was that Carol? I was looking down. Okay. Carol?
Yes.
Carol.
I need more feedback. It's the whole point of polling your audience. That's not an accurate poll.
I say share it now because people are really desperately in need. There's a whole lot of stuff out there. There's a bunch of programs, and they're going to catch on to whatever they can at this point. So why wait?
That's a very respectable answer. Grace, you could say something? Who was that? Satish said now. I heard somebody else with a softer voice.
I think that was Simone.
Yeah, it was Simone. And then Steve said now.
Steve said now. Phil said go for it now. Simone, let me hear from you.
I don't want to offend anybody. I just wanted to say something that I noticed.
Yeah.
Okay. You have a lot of very good information. A lot of it. But I think that some of your videos could be edited a little bit more. When they're very long with a lot of unnecessary, what other people who are watching would call unnecessary is what you probably think is good banter and, you know, making the crowd feel comfortable. People don't necessarily want to watch something that is that long. So you might need to kind of cut some of the unnecessary things and just have what is just relevant, just the relevant banter, because some things are so long that you just can't do it. I mean, at least that's just me personally. When it's
no, it's not just you.
When it's so long and it's just like going on, and be like, oh my God, it's great, but I need to do something else, or I'll put it down and I'll listen and I'll fall asleep, or I'll be going off and doing multitasking. That's just me. It's just like, you have great information, but it's just, some of it is just a bit too long because you have a lot of other things going on, like, you know, interaction with other people that's not necessary. And when you also, if you compare it with other things out there, you'll notice like they're cut and quick to the point, because it's just the same like when people will skim through things just to get the vital information. And I do that with videos on YouTube. Like, I'll skip and skim through them, and if they're droning, I'll be like, okay, you're done, you're out. And then I'll go on to somebody else that is like, bam, 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 giving me all the main points, and I'll be like, okay, and I'll subscribe. So if you could just, I mean, it's just my opinion, I could be wrong, but if you could, like,
you're not wrong.
I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm just telling, this is just my viewpoint, because you, as I said, you have a lot of very comprehensive information. It's just, in my opinion, I think it's just kind of spread out too much with a whole bunch of chatter in between that I think could be trimmed. That's just my opinion, you know. But it's,
ain't nothing wrong with that.
Information is very good. I just think it needs to be edited. So, and the editing is a thing that is going to take a while. That is time consuming, which we all know. So if you really want to catch audience, you're going to have to, in my opinion, again, if you really want to catch people to take you seriously and build a school or university where people will think that you're adding value to them, I think you're going to have to give them quality videos. So for me, you're going to have to trim it, and that's going to be a lot of work. But that's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but as I said again, the information is fantastic. You just need to trim, because when there's so much unnecessary information, to me at least, as I said before, I think that kind of devalues your product. That's just me. I don't know. I'm done.
No, you're good. You're just fine. Just bounce around and see some more stuff. Okay, so we got a mixture of things in here, ladies and gentlemen. The videos I'm talking about are in 5-minute, 10-minute, 15-minute sections, right? So all those videos I just showed you are in those small sections, as what she's requested. We've got plenty of videos like that. That's also why we are using SagaSoft to build us a new platform so we can organize it a tad bit better as well. We can't do that on our current platform. Can't do that on our current platform. Also addressing that, just so you all know, is, you know, you got to be careful about what is your preference versus what is needed and what is wanted, right? So we got a mixture of different things in different places. You got a lot of people that want exactly that, while some people want others. So we got a mixture of both, but right now they're so mixed together that Simone can't go to the section she prefers. You understand? And that's what we're fixing right now with the software. So that's all pretty cool and stuff, but you ain't said nothing wrong. You said exactly, you know, what is, and ain't nothing wrong with that at all. Now, the stuff that I'm talking about is all in manageable pieces and slices, so that's all good. Even when the questions, it's just one topic at a time, and it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot, but it's not a lot in length. So when I said 50 hours more, I meant in short little segments, okay? So just to give you that idea, that's what's there. Plus, we got all sorts of stuff like that. Now, this gives me a good platform to teach you all something. This gives me a good platform to teach you all something right here. You're going to need to know when to adjust, who to adjust to, and when to stick to what you're doing. Okay? This is, if you've ever heard it before, you probably have not. Let me break something down for you. This is a fantastic, her question or comment gives me a great opportunity to teach you all to protect your business and just move forward in greatness, okay? Keep in mind that exactly, well, first off, let's start from the beginning. If you don't have 10% of your audience complaining, you really shouldn't make too many changes. Now, that's not what we do, but that's about really what it is. If 10% of the people are complaining about your prices are too low. If 10% of your audience is complaining about the user interface, your interface is too difficult. You know what I'm saying? You got to have, so let's say if you got an audience of 300, then you need 30 people complaining. That's a good barometer for you to say, okay, I need to make a change here. Now, in this case, in our case, we change with every customer, but I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about just in general. So that's one. So have that understanding, and y'all try to catch me with this, because you're going to have to, if you're going to do business across generations, then you are going to have generational issues to deal with. I cannot stress that to you enough. All right? If you're going to deal with business across generations, you're going to have generational issues to deal with. This isn't right. This isn't wrong. This is generational. Okay? This is just what it is. For instance, if you are of the age 45 and older, you may share a couple of sentiments there. Okay? Or you may be the person that complains about the cell phone, but you're complaining on the cell phone about people being on their cell phones. Like, you make a post about that on a phone. You pick up your phone and complain about the kids being on their phone, on your phone, and you have no idea that you're doing it, right? On the flip side, if you're 35 and younger, and you're looking for longer, you're looking for longer consumption videos, a university feel, et cetera, et cetera. You don't care about 4K, you care about content because you live in you've been in a YouTube world nearly your whole life. So you're gonna have to figure out your generations and then put enough things for each generation. So the future of ATS and what this looks like is what's being developed is an easier flow platform. And I'm going to come up with we're going to come up with about 80,000 different tags. Here's what that's going to look like. Let's say, for instance, let's use this video. This video can have plenty of tags. It can have sales as a tag. It can have customer complaint as a tag. It can have business process, sales process as a tag. I'm going to say the word Republican, so Republican. And I'm going to say Donald Trump. And I want to speak favorable about Republicans, favorable Republicans, favorable Trump. And right there, I can now tag this video with Republican or conservative. And each of our videos are going to have a series of tags. And we're going to have algorithms. So the more you interact with Republican or conservative videos on this platform, is the more that this platform is going to show you more of those. The more, so if Simone just said that she skips, it's going to show, the algorithm is going to show her more short, skippy things. You get what I'm saying? That's what's currently being, that's the whole point of Satish being here. Say hi, Satish.
Yes, sir.
Yes, that's what's being developed. I just want you to say hi. Right? That's what's being developed right now. That is me listening to Simone and Jerome or whatever, right? You're going to have to know when to do that. At the same time, you're going to also have to, where's Kiara? Is she still here? At the same time, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to get into your zone and know what direction your company is going. You're going to have to do that. You're going to have to know that the very things that people used to complain about with this company are the very things the entire world is doing right now. I think Susan just said it the other day. Well, that was in the meeting, never mind. The very things, like you live in a YouTube era, right? You live in an era that's YouTube-ness. And it's one of those things that we care about high quality content and not necessarily the quality of stuff. So right now, this platform forces you to get all that stuff mixed in between. And we don't like that. It's time to separate from that. That's the whole investment of the millions of dollars and stuff like that. So know when to invest in your infrastructure. Know when to create algorithms so Simone can only see what pleases her. Do you get it? See, it's not the element of being taken seriously as a university. It's more the element of keeping Simone engaged and happy. That's what's more important. If you're listening, you're learning a lot, right? That's what's most important. How often can I keep Simone engaged and excited about what is happening and what she is viewing? And this platform doesn't allow me to do that the way that I want to. We have to create our own custom platform. So you need to know when it takes you so far and when it does not. Now, in our case, luckily, you've got 2% of the audience, complaining. But in this company, 2% is way too high. Remember, right? Everything, you hear me say all the time, customer, how do I say it? Customer engagement, not customer engagement. End user. You got to be focused on the end user. Focus on the end user, right? So Simone, as soon as I release these in a second, I want you to go to these classes, because these classes are exactly what you are asking for. Go to these, have a good time over there, and then what we'll do, Grace, I want you, is that you that be talking to Simone, or is that Deanna? I can't read your lips.
I've talked with Simone.
Who's got her number? Simone, who got your number?
I believe I do.
Which one of us got your number?
The way how I ended up being in contact with this company in the first place was through a cousin who told me about it, and then I was in touch with Deanna. But I know Deanna is very busy, so I guess the last person I spoke with was Grace. I spoke with Grace the last time, but I know you have a lot of people, so I can always text you back to speak with you. Would you like me to? I can do that.
Yeah, you do what you want. No, it's all good. I'm solving the problem right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, you good to go. So Grace, this is what I want you to do. I want I'm gonna put the link out here in a second for everybody to get. So I'll put it out here now. But what I want you to do, Grace, is I want you to text Simone and tell her which classes fit her style of learning. Okay, it's real easy too. They're all in the sector. Right now they mixed up and jumbled, and there's nothing we can really do about that. You get what I'm saying? But this link will suit her well, and the financial link will suit her well, and pretty much everything new will suit her well. You get it? The core business, sales, and marketing, it won't suit her well. So I just want you to always just text her and keep telling her where to go. You get what I'm saying? That way, since we can't do it with the algorithm, I'm doing it with a human. Is everyone paying attention to what I'm doing? Like, I need you to be pay attention. If you want to survive, pay attention to what I'm doing. I can't fix it with this. I can't fix that problem with the algorithm. It's impossible because I don't control Thinkific's algorithm. I don't even think they have one. Not like that. That's why I'm developing my own. Does that make sense? But what I can do is assign a human to put her right where her style of learning is. Got that? So Grace, you're in charge. It's too easy. Too easy. If you get any confusion, just ask me. You feel what I'm saying? That's how you do that. All right, see? Boom. Problem solved. Remember, the next million customers we get in, we adjust to. It's just like that. Now, there's going to be some limitations on this platform. I got nothing to do with that. All I can do is use humans to get around those limitations. Does that make sense? All right, great. So repeat to me what you're going to do. By the way, the link is in the chat, y'all. If y'all want to sign up, go sign up. The link is in the chat. Put it in our groups, too. Grace, unmute your mic. Repeat to me what you're going to do.
Look to see which courses.
Right now, I already told you which one. Right now, the easiest thing to do is send her right to that link I just posted.
Okay.
She'll be there for a while.
Okay.
And they're all in bite-sized chunks. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the mini courses were for that reason. But I'm not going to bring up the mini courses because you and Deanna know why, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Makes sense now, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
How I anticipated that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, good stuff. So you're going to send her this. Yes, ma'am.
You know, there's kind of two sides to that. It's like, because it's a university and you would have students sitting there in the audience, or out on the lawn at the college campus, you know, going through the lesson, and they're raising their hands and asking questions. And then you start answering the question, which gives thought to somebody else on another question. And it takes it to a higher level of learning with the participation. So there's kind of the two sides. And I think that it is good to break it up like that. Both are good.
Yeah, both are good. Both are good. And that's why we're involving both. You're 100% right. You're 100% right. Both are good. If we had the proper algorithm, which we will hit a little bit, then Simone would constantly bounce to what serves her best. Susan's absolutely correct. It does make sense for both. So both. This is fantastic learning, y'all. Fantastic learning. If you cannot, if I don't assign grace to Simone, I don't deserve Simone. You hear what I'm saying? Now, in a little bit, I can assign the algorithm. But until then, I got to assign grace. Some CEO should be hearing what I'm saying. That's how that works.
Antonio,
and if you're not, go ahead, Susan.
Some of the things that are like thought-provoking, that you're wanting the interaction from the people to get different perspectives, is good. But when it's a how to do something,
yep,
you know, and you're like on the computer trying to do the how to, and then there's all this other stuff, and then by the time to the next, so the how to's, I think maybe the why to's can be a little bit different.
Yeah, that makes total sense. You say whole questions at the end or something like that, right? That makes total sense. So good stuff. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's land this plane. I just put out the link there. Some of you would have probably already been in it, because when I released the very first section, I did a little test to see how popular it would have been about 6 months ago, and it was insanely popular. And then I closed it off and I hid the whole package from everybody. So some of you may already have it. But there is the link. Deanna and Grace and Reggie are going to post it in their groups. I would tell you this, and I'll make sure I even post this link in the show notes on podcast. I would tell you this here. This link is going to, I think Carol was spot on. There are people hurting out there right now and need help. Don't attach, but they would love to attach for etc., right? Do yourself a favor. There is abundance is everywhere. You feel me? At least y'all feel this. You need to share this link to the people you love. I ain't telling you to go share it with people you don't know. I'm not telling you to put it on your timeline. I'm saying if Penny got a friend that got a business, Penny needs to share with that friend that got a business. If Steve knows someone who was laid off, you have a moral obligation to give someone a $100,000 program at no charge, especially before I get in my ego and start charging, right? Penny's like, yeah. Pick me. So somebody send this directly to Penny. She crumb with it. You know what I'm saying? It's like real talk. But seriously, that is what you have a more obligation to do this. You do. Shoot it in your text message, add it to your email list. Pick 5 people you love, 2 people, 1 person you love, but share it. It's no different than the lesson of Peaks and Valley, Spencer Johnson. Share it. Because somebody out there is absolutely hurting. We can do something about it, and you can too. So that's it. That's my lesson for the day. I hope you had that. Grace, immediately before you use the restroom, text this link to Simone, and let's keep up with her and keep sending her the stuff that fits into her learning style. Okay? We want to do that immediately. Last thing I'll say, if you are a CEO and you can't handle your customers' feedback, you need to get out of the CEO position. You hear me? You understand? If you're a CEO and you can't handle your customers' feedback, you need to move yourself out the CEO position. If you get out of here, right? Silly Tempest. Yeah, go ahead, Tempest. Unmute your mic. End is out. Say what you got to say. I'm listening.
Yeah, so I'm wondering how many Simones we have or how many Simones we have missed because content is too long or content isn't easy to digest. So
The good thing is we talk to just about everybody, so we have a pretty accurate number. That's why we made so many changes.
Oh, well, I'm just saying, well, that's fine. I'm just saying maybe there is some way, some survey or something to where you can keep up with people like that because everybody's not going to speak up like she did. Some people are just going to click on the video and click off and you'll never know. So that's just my thoughts. No shade or anything. That's just my thoughts.
That's a fantastic thought. No.
That's what I was thinking too, Antonio. It could be something to survey when they sign up, their learning style and which do they prefer.
Yes, absolutely. So we've got some of that going on for sure. It is being, let me show you something real quick because Tempest was spot on. Let's see, average customer. Hold on, y'all just have to, let me just show y'all some top secret stuff y'all shouldn't even be looking at. All right, let me find, okay, somewhere here, Tempest Genius. See, this is that create 80,000 category. Yeah, right here. Track every single time a user stops a video. This data can be used to recommend content that less offends the users and commends videos that will not stop. Develop a world-class predictive content programming so ATS can rival entertainment streaming platforms such as Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu, etc. And then also on here, it's going to, right here. Analyze user experience by collecting data on delays that are caused by buffering, rebuffer rates, and bit rates as well. So when you take all these together, and this one here, constantly involve all IT services with each customer. So when you take this entire section, and one more, develop personalized TV, where individual users can develop their own schedule of videos to consume basis on analysis of their presence. So when you take 11 through 16 together, it is exactly the brilliance that Tempest was just talking about. So for right now, we're doing, and that is what Microsoft has right now. It took me, shucks. And so when did I send that email to you first, Satish? It wasn't this year.
It was last year, September.
So we've been working on this since September last year because of the brilliance of what you're all saying, and Simone and Tempest is right. There are more people that are not. I just say it's an extra 50. For every one, there's 50 more that didn't say anything. It's just the number that I'm using. That's not an accurate number, but it's a worst case scenario number, and it makes me move faster. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we have the technology that is getting ready to address the problem. The problem is, as humans, we fought right. We don't have enough human to keep going and keep going and keep going, right? We do so much as humans, but we got to do more. That's why we have these daily meetings. That's why, you understand what I'm saying? But please know that, well, I don't guess I don't need you to know, but the problem, as Grace is going to address the problem. If you have a complaint like that, please let us know. We will address the problem with you immediately. No worries. We'll address the problem with you immediately. We would get on the phone with you, and we would tell you that's what we've been doing lately. That's why we do that's what the happiness calls are all about now. That's where that came up from. So when you get a happiness call, we ask you your learning style, Susan. So when you brought up a survey, we don't do it as a survey. We do it as a call. It's the first happiness call that you receive. It's what's your learning style and what directions do you want to go? And we have a written down profile of every last one of you who have ever answered a phone call. So when I said to Tempest that we have a good significant portion of data, it wasn't my attempt to invalidate what she was saying. I'm just now explaining. We have a psychological profile, or at least a psychological learning profile of every last one of you. If you've been on the phone with us, we have those notes. So we go back and we look at those notes, and not only do we develop a bigger system for everybody, then we only speak to you in your language. It's why I'm always texting Levon. You understand what I'm saying? It's why Levon asks the question and immediately gets on the phone with Grace. I'm trying to give you as much value as possible. Are y'all seeing the stuff that we're doing? None of this stuff is scalable, but it is what makes us successful. Right? None of this stuff is scalable. I cannot cookie cut the response to Simone or Levon. It takes a lot of time. It does. But that is exactly why they're still here. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Antonio, this is Carol.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I say something? Yeah, well, maybe
Sure.
when new people come in, instead of asking them what their style is, because most people don't know what their style is, there might be some little survey. There's little things that you can give them, and it tells them and it tells you what their learning style is, and then you can refer them to the programs that would be good for them. Yeah,
that's nothing wrong. Just the survey, so we can add in some sort of survey as well that we've got to email out to people. We try to use as less friction as possible. But now we're not just get on the phone and say, what's your learning style? They tell us what's going on in their lives and et cetera, et cetera. But that is a good idea. Some sort of survey just in case people need that. All of you should be learning. Like, I need you to learn something. You need to catch something. If this is happening in my business, what the hell you think happening in yours? You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead, Phil.
Yeah, Antonio, that's exactly right. You know, we need to be listening to our customers, be willing to accept the feedback. When you mentioned the CEO, if you're not willing to accept feedback, one of my clients is probably one of the best run banks in the country. It's called Park National Bank out of Newark, Ohio. They're a $4 billion, $5 billion bank. The president of the bank has published his direct line, his cell phone, and his home phone. So when you talk about, you know, being accessible, he understands the value of that. So right on. And then one more pitch for our call. It's going to be called Work Smart, Have Fun, and Make Money, being strong during challenging times. And we'll be getting the handouts out here pretty soon. And looking forward to see everybody 1 o'clock Eastern time.
Boom. There you go there. There you go there. So we'll definitely see you all on that call. Now, again, this, you know, Tempest, this is how smart she is. That's what Tempest does for us too, as well. Tempest focuses a lot on, remember, I have all these ideas, and then Tempest humanizes these ideas, right? This is what's important. My idea, I typically shoot, whenever I know I'm right about something, I pretty much know I'm wrong. Like if I instinctively know I'm right about something without thinking, I know that I'm wrong automatically. I know that did not come from a place of awareness. It came from a place of auto-suggestion. Like I know if I'm right about something without thinking, Steve, I know that's my programming kicking in. Like I know that. I've trained myself because I can't train myself to stop all programming. I've trained myself to recognize when my programming overrides my empathy or logic or fairness or humanity. You understand what I'm saying? A few things you should be learning here. For one, y'all ain't bothering me. I want all your feedback. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you ain't bothering me whatsoever. You give me all your feedback. I want all of it. You ain't offending me. I'm here for it. When I said this is why these people are still here, I had a bunch of private messages. As soon as I said that, they said, yep, that's why I'm still here. Every single person on this call has talked to me, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting on Penny to text message me. 409-500. Look at it. She said, all right, 1546. 409-500-1546. I reach out. I'm talking to every last one of you. I keep accidentally texting my Yuri without WhatsApp. Like, that's how much I'm texting out. And I'm just literally just straight India from America phone, just boom, without even using WhatsApp. Just charge me $50,000 real quick. Every time I text her, I accidentally do that because it's in my phone that way. I need to add her to WhatsApp properly. But I normally just give my phone to Grace, and Grace do it for me. That's what I normally do. You receive your feedback. Know that every time you have success, it will reveal your failures. You're not looking. What Simone said was not a failure. What Simone said was, due to your success, here is a hole in your foundation. And if y'all don't recognize that every time you win, you're going to uncover a hole, you just really won't be in business long. It's not failure. It is success that reveals your failures. The only reason that I came up with the happiness calls is because Tempest has influenced me so much to understand the human side. Everybody don't think like you, Tony. She said, I can't tell you how many times you think you told me that, Tempest. I have no idea. Thousands of times she have told me, everybody don't think like you. Everybody don't think like you. And maybe on the 10,000th time, I finally listened. You understand what I'm saying? Look, she said, too many in the chat. Too many. The only reason the happiness calls exist is because I knew it was a good idea. I built the idea, but I was under the influence of Tempest. I said, all right, Tempest was gone. How can we fix this problem? And how do you do that? You go right to, all right, then, well, let's go to the source. Let's be human. Let's just make people happy, see what's going on, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That's how you do it. When we fix this problem, it's going to create another problem. When the algorithm solves the problem 100%, guess what's going to happen? The algorithm is going to mess up. It's just going to happen. The algorithm is going to do too much, or it's going to do too little. It's never just going to be just right. And if it is just right, you're going to evolve faster than the algorithm. Nothing will ever be perfect. I said this in another meeting. I will say this again. This company is going to adjust for the next 1 million customers. And that would give me a large enough pool or platform to then build an almost perfect company. But I need to get punched in the face 1 million times before I can even think about getting towards perfection. Now, if I'm doing all that, and if I get egg on my face every day, and you follow me, and this company is successful, and is not affected by the global recession, what do you think is happening in your company? All of us need to take a strong, hard look at what we're doing, and then be able to receive customer feedback. Until you get punched in the face, you don't know how to dodge a punch. That's simple. Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can plan better. You can dominate. Love you more, Phil. See you at 1 o'clock your time, 12 o'clock ours. All right, everybody. Appreciate you. Thank you for your feedback. Appreciate y'all being here so long.